Hi, so today I've got Joe Norris from Get Your Tips Out, and today we're talking about the Bettors Blueprint, which is an in-house gambling bot that we use to help us kind of see what the AI thinks on predictions and outcomes of horse racing events. So, Joe, can you let the viewers know of why the Bettors Blueprint is helping you along the way of make better informed decisions of horse racing tips?
Yeah, so definitely. For me, it's one of the old age things where people always say you should bet with your head over your heart. I find in horse racing, a lot of people get attached to certain horses or even certain stables and jockeys, and it can influence the way you bet at certain tracks as well. And I think with AI, it sort of takes the emotion out of it, and it's head over heart, you know, all the time because you're putting the stats into it, and it's telling you, is where the value is basically. And I think it's huge. Some people get so carried away with a horse especially at sort of like Cheltenham, a horse they backed last year, they see it again and they want to back it. Whereas with AI, you're putting so much stats into it that it just takes that element away from it. So it's just like emotionless betting, really.
Yeah, I think what I really like about the artificial intelligence, I like both sides. I do like having some sort of checking to see previous races because the downside sometimes to AI is it is very factual, and there's times where a horse might have had a little bit of an unlucky story, like a bit of unlucky in running or something like that, or not exactly kind of gone. It might be saying that it's soft, but when you're watching the race, you're thinking that's heavy ground. That's not soft
Yeah,
ground. Sometimes with the efficiency of the AI that allows you to eliminate certain horses that they think's not going to win and then narrow it down to 3 or 4 horses in the race, it gives you more time then to physically watch 1 or 2 races where they might have competed against each other. But like you said, I love the fact that it's head over heart, where certain people back, let's say, Willie Mullins and Paul Townend at Cheltenham, right? Now,
yeah,
yes, right, so they've got an unbelievable record at Cheltenham, but sometimes you can start looking in certain handicap races and everyone just thinks, oh, Willie Mullins has got to win it. He's winning everything. But in the
yeah,
handicap, if it's not weighted to win, there might be a 4-1 favourite in the race. And you're thinking, actually, it should be a 10-1 shot. But just because it's the Willie Mullins and Paul Townend kind of jockey combination and trainer combination, people have just automatically started backing it. Or
yeah,
sometimes I look for the later races in the day where AI is giving his predictions of which horses should be at what kind of price.
yeah,
And let's say Ross O'Ryan's just had a treble up. So everyone's rolling it up in their accumulators, and Ross O'Ryan might be 2-1 favourite, and you're thinking it should be 12-1 that horse, according to the
yeah,
AI. And you then start to see there's more value in the second and the third and the fourth favourite in the race. So I
yeah,
think the efficiency of the information that you can feed into it, of then what you can get out, it just allows you to make better decisions faster on the day of, hold on a minute, these events have happened, but that doesn't mean that the next outcome is going to mean that Ross O'Ryan's going to win the next race and stuff like that. I
that's
mean,
it.
obviously,
Yeah,
you always say the thingy where Bettor won 7 out of 7, and the bookie kind of kept laying it and stuff like that. But
yeah,
it's there to help us as opposed
yeah,
to replace. So it's been crazy. Like you said, if anything, I feel like it's supercharged us all as tipsters in
yeah.
embracing the artificial intelligence.
That's it. I mean, obviously, the key to long-term profit in gambling is finding the value, and I think
Yeah,
AI just basically helps you find that value quicker. That's how I would
yeah,
probably sum it up in one line. Because the amount of stats you're putting in, like you said, it saves you so much time in the long run. And then like I agree with you as well. You still need that your visual impression when you watch a race. You're still taking in a lot of factors when you're watching a race, like the ground, jockey form, pace of the race. If it was unlucky, you've still got to take all them things into account. But then what AI is helping is to save time on all the other aspects, and that's the
yeah.
key to it.
I think another big one that I quite like as well about feeding in all the information. There's times where I automatically presume there's a draw bias at certain race courses, which there is over certain distances. But there might only be a draw bias, let's say, over the 5 furlong race or the 6 furlong races. And then when further down the line, let's say over the 1 mile 6, the 2 mile type races, the draw bias is nowhere near as biased as what it is over the 5 and 6 furlongs. And when you start getting that data back and it's saying there is no draw bias, but then you're looking at certain horses, let's say Chester comes to mind, where if a horse is drawn 1 over the 5 furlong sprint, it's got a big advantage. But over the 2 mile event, there's not really that much, because a lot of them actually come from behind, it seems, over the long distances at Chester. So sometimes having that information provided to you at tracks that I'm not, let's say it was at Epsom, or let's say it's at a certain track, Lingfield, Kempton, that I might not 100% be familiar with what the draw bias is. And I'm just going off, okay, they're saying high numbers is drawn best. But actually in the ground conditions, it might be that if it's soft ground, that low numbers are best, or could be high numbers are best in soft, but on good ground, it's middle of the track is drawn best. So that data of what it comes back with and giving you that output, I think, is huge as well in allowing the artificial intelligence to come back, and then you then decide, I don't know, this horse in the market seems overpriced because people are not understanding X, Y, and Z that has come back from the data.
That's it, and it's obviously taking in information